I'm Dia Wall in Dallas, and our crews continue to cover the big story, the flooding in Central Texas. Tiffany Liu reports from Kerr County, where she spoke with survivors who are grateful to be alive.
As the storm rushed through Friday morning,
you'll never believe it.
Cindy Smith was home in Ingram when she heard a constant roar.
By the time we get up to the rocks, it's already, all of that debris is already coming this way.
She lives on higher ground.
That little bent, gnarled sign down there, that was my marker. I kept watching.
But immediately worried for those closer to the Guadalupe River.
If the water is here right now, what happened to those people down there?
That's when Cindy picked up her phone and saw 6 missed calls. No voicemails, no texts.
That's where my daughter-in-law and my son were.
She didn't hear from them for hours.
I got teary-eyed and my heart started to pound and my hands were sweaty.
Around 7 hours later, relief came.
Somebody on staff at the hospital let him use their phone.
Her son and daughter-in-law floated on their mattress until they were forced out of their apartment by the violent currents. She says they clung onto a pillar for hours until the water resided.
You know, once it got dark last night, everyone was afraid to go to sleep. What will happen while we're sleeping?
From her backyard, Cindy has been watching search and rescue crews.
They're going to pick up every stick and stone they can by hand, horse, tractor, truck, airplane, chopper, whatever it takes. That's what they're going to do. That's what they've been doing.
She lives by an RV park and campground with tiny homes.
People are missing for sure from here.
5 days after the storm, she fears rescue missions are likely now recoveries.
We are all praying for them that they can get through this.
Now to a deadly police shooting in East Dallas. Officers say they got a call about a man armed with a knife trying to kick down doors. Chris Sadeghi spoke to neighbors who witnessed what happened next.
I'm working from home today.
And though working from home might mean the occasional distraction, Jasmine Fernandez wasn't expecting this.
It shook me. I was like, did you hear that?
That was 4 gunshots coming from the street behind her house, where police officers shot and killed a man.
Police finally cornered him and said, hey, look, drop the knife, drop the knife.
Michael Turner had a clear view of it all.
Yeah, they were patient. They were trying their best not to shoot this guy. They were trying their best to get just him to drop the weapon.
The weapon was a knife that both Michael and police say he was using to not only threaten others, but also on himself.
He had a knife to his neck as he was kicking the door.
There's blood on the porch because that's where he was cut. He literally stabbed himself. Comes to our door and starts to try and kick it in.
A neighbor across the street did not want to be on camera, but told us that the man was a friend staying with him, but dealing with issues that may have led to a breakdown. And after police say they used several less than lethal means to stop him, they finally were left no other options.
The man advanced towards the officers. At that time, he was shot.
Despite giving him first aid on the scene, police said the man died at the hospital. The DA's office and the Police Oversight Committee will do their standard investigations to make sure the officer's actions were justified. In Dallas, I'm Chris Sadeghi.
We're working to learn more about a deadly crash in Dallas where a train slammed into a car. A witness told Tanya Eiserer there have been issues with cars on that track before.
Around 9:25 a.m. in Dallas's Hospital District, a Trinity Railway Express train met an SUV on the tracks at Market Center in Harry Hines.
The car was unrecognizable. You can barely tell it was a car.
The train struck the driver's side, shoving the vehicle about 150 yards. The bumper torn away, a grim marker near the intersection. 2 lives lost, apparently instantly. A do not stop on track sign lay on the ground.
I have seen, especially working here over the last year, I have seen people, even when their arms go down, try to get across the tracks by going around. And like I said, you can't stop a train. The train is going to come regardless.
Damani Whitlock, an electrician on a nearby job site, saw what was left.
And nothing is more important than your life, so why risk anything to get somewhere when you can just wait 30 seconds for a 3-car train to pass?
Dart police have not released any information on what caused this crash. They said they're investigating. 4.5 hours after the impact, what remained of the car was brought down the embankment, loaded onto a tow truck, and taken away. But the work wasn't done. More than 6 hours after the accident, investigators still walked the rails, trying to understand how a simple crossing turned into a place of death.
I pray.
In Dallas,
Pray for the families that are involved, anybody who's involved.
I'm Tanya Iser.
In the wake of tragedy, Texans always find a way to step up, and sometimes the simplest gesture can carry a powerful message. In Dallas, a small shop is turning heartbreak into hope, one T-shirt at a time. Sean Giggy has that story.
I mean, people know when you're from Texas. You don't need to say it.
Being Texan speaks for itself.
Amazing Texas statements.
Nevertheless, Dan Bradley, owner of Bolzerk, a screen printing and gift shop in Dallas, has done his best to put it in words.
I absolutely love what I do.
His designs are loud. But last weekend, he was silent.
You really don't know what to say.
How can any Texan describe this? Eventually, Dan landed on a single word.
United.
Dan saw tragedy, but he also saw that when floodwaters rise, so do Texans. Whether it was the Fort Worth twins, who have collected nearly $8,000 from their lemonade stand, or the Dallas chef who rushed to Kerrville to cook for first responders and victims.
I had to come.
With nature at its worst, Dan saw Texas at its best.
The average person that's sitting at home wants to help.
To provide the way, Dan put that word, United, on a shirt. All proceeds will be donated through WFAA's parent company, the Tegna Texas Flood Relief Fund. So many people desperate to help, Dan and his team can hardly keep up.
Proud to be a Texan anyway, but when I see this, that just gets to my heart.
When we come together, we can help.
Being Texan means being united, and at times like this, they wear it proudly.
Okay, cool.
In Dallas, I'm Sean Giggy.
And those are your headlines from North Texas.